how we start the pre-show.
Mighty Swell?
No, I don't have any Mighty Swells.
Yeah,
You're all out, huh? Tap yourself out.
Use them all.
I just want you to take a listen, Chris.
No, that sounded like peach.
It actually was peach. How did you?
There you go. There you go. See. It also helps that I'm able to see your video in the bottom corner when I produced the show. And I saw that it was peach, but hey,
Chris cheated.
We'll take wins where we can get them. So, hello everybody.
Joe, say
What's
hello.
up? Hello.
Yeah,
Kept waiting for Joe to talk. You never really took the wheel there, Joe.
I'm just over here, not able to see you guys. You guys can see each other.
I constantly forget that that's a thing for you, even though you say it every week.
Hi, Alex. Forget. Alex in the comments said hi, so I wanted to say hi back.
Do you guys hear? Do you hear that?
Our friends at Panini hooked us up. Chris, who's on the cover of that?
So we have to make a decision on which pack we're opening tonight, and I'm going to show off all the options that we have.
Oh, okay, great, terrific.
But and then we'll go from there if that's okay with you guys, because maybe the chat wants to pick a different pack than the ones that you guys maybe picked out in the pre-show. So we got to let the listeners kind of make a decision, and we're doing the draft game like we did last Monday, but we'll throw up some comments from you guys if you guys are talking about some of the stuff that happened today. And as things happen, if something happens during the show, we will absolutely react to it. But just want to let everybody know that that's what we're doing tonight.
A little blend, a little hybrid show, a little hybrid concept. That's great.
Here on a Monday. Gentlemen, if you're ready,
let's do it.
I mean, we might as well, right? I mean,
let's do it.
When in Rome.
What's better than this? Guys being dudes here on the Draft Dudes live stream. Joe Marino, Kyle Krabs, Chris Schubert.
Hey, I got into the intro this time.
Yeah, figured we'd include you. You're visually able to be seen. So back for a fun show, we hope. We're going to do the Panini mock drafts, right? We're going to pick up some
team-specific
cards. Yeah, team-specific 3-round mock drafts. We'll pull out a player. We'll do a mock draft that is designed to help that player. And, of course, in between, we're going to get to some of your stuff in the comments. So if you have
Chris, can you before we get started, I know we want to do justice to the mock concept, but this is a good question from Pewter.
I was going to put it up. So yes, we can absolutely
do this. You know what they say. Yeah. Someone explained the difference in using voidable years versus just normal years. So I can't speak specifically to the specific language of the contract, but my understanding is they can just the player's not, it's like a club option almost, right? Where they can at any point just kind of throw their hands up and say, no, we're done. That's all off the books. That doesn't exist anymore.
And what it also allows you to do is if you have those voidable years that at any point you can void, it allows you to extend that bonus money out over a longer period of time. So it's not as big of a number in years 1 and 2, right? So if you take a 2-year deal and you make it a 4-year deal with voidable money, now that bonus can get spread out over 4 years instead of 2 years. It lessens your cap.
And it's just, you'll have effectively dead cap on your books for a player that was never going to be under contract for you for the next 2 years.
Yep. Yeah. And for anybody who needs to, if you're a visual learner like me, overthecap.com, and I know we talk about that site on the show all the time, but they have a really good breakdown of what the voidable years look like for certain contracts and what it means cap number wise. So if you're ever curious about that, go look at the contract breakdowns for those guys. Gentlemen, I have different kinds of Panini packs in front of me, and I'm wearing the shirt ones again because sponsored by Panini tonight. These are our choices. Now, last week I will very quickly show off. We have one more of the packs that we did last week, but I'm going to save these because we did this kind last week, so we'll save that for later. So we have the Absolute Football, Dak Prescott on the cover of these. The guy got himself a new contract. We have the Panini Contenders with a bunch of different players on that one. This is 22 cards, so prepare yourself accordingly for that one. This is the Prisms, 15 cards in there, a 3-card red, white, and blue combo there. And then we have the Prisms. I think these are the Illusions. Excuse me, the Illusions that we have as well. There are 20 in there. So those are your 4 choices for this evening. I will hold them up once again. I'll try not to drop them. So those are your 4 choices. So do you guys want to place a vote, and we'll see what the listeners, what the viewers want to do, and then we can go from there.
Prisms.
Do it.
So you want these prisms or
prisms.
these? Because I said prisms for these, and these are actually illusions. These ones, the illusions.
The illusions. Yep.
The one with Dad on the cover.
Dad Marino. Hey, listen. So, Chris, do we want to commit to like one fan question per mock? Is that something that we're?
I think that's a fair compromise. Everybody wants to have their questions and takes kind of answered. So we'll compromise here for everybody.
It's still the people's show.
So it's still the people's show. So we'll listen to you guys as well. So for every mock, and here I gotta get a good.
Wow, that sounded crisp.
Yeah, thank
you. Have you ever seen those videos where it's like the super satisfying, and it's like it's a cup filled with something, and you scrape off the top? Have you seen that?
I have. Yes.
This was like the audio version of that.
Okay. So these are all the cards that we have.
At all. Great.
Well, I want to speed this along so we can get questions in here, so we can get drafts in, because there's a lot of packs. There's a lot of players in here. So I will ask the question once again, Joe. Top or bottom? Do we want to start from today's?
Do not fail us. Bottom again. He went bottom again.
What kind of flashy the logo the guy on the top? So
yeah. So the Raiders.
If
I really want middle, but you won't do that. So
Chris, he said bottom. Do bottom.
Okay. Bottom. Got it. Okay, so here's we go. Player number 1.
Chris says, I want to move this along. And then Joe says, we're going to do the bottom. And Chris.
Well, this is tough. This is a tough one. Because I don't know how you help this guy.
Well, we can help the quarterback of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
So we're going to help Gardner Minshew by drafting Trevor Lawrence at number 1, putting him in a backup role. I say we pass.
Position to have success.
I don't know if we can do that. Or
let's punt. Let's punt.
Yeah, we won't do that one. So I'll go back to the bottom here, and then just Denzel Mims. Get this guy some help.
Okay. Let's do it. So we're doing a Jets 3-round mock right now.
How we ended the last show last week. So you guys can all see the screen here, which is great. 3 and fast because I got yelled at the last time. So here we go. Ready? You guys are on the clock. I will start the draft here. And you guys now get to make the pick at number 2.
Justin
Fields. Done.
You guys just love trolling me. That's fine.
No, we like better players. The good news is we're going to come up at 23. And Joe, I have a feeling we're not going to pick a running back this time around, are we?
You're helping Denzel Mims. I don't know if taking a running back helps him.
Well, balanced offense would help.
It's true. Do you want to drop back a pick and pick up a third?
No,
you have to give up a third.
No, we're trying to keep this as crisp and compact as possible.
Okay, so we'll just make the picks that we have here.
Vera
Tucker's the pick. Joe, you want to talk about why? Or we could do the fan question now. Do you see any fan questions in there, Chris?
I'll make the pick of Vera Tucker, and while it's scrolling to the next pick, I will throw this comment up because they're the talk of the day here. The Patriots and Dolphins have swapped off seasons. The Pats are winning free agency, and the Finns are playing smart. I don't know if I would describe it as the Pats winning free agency.
Well, it's less about how it actually correlates to the fall and more so the fact of like they're off-season champions, right?
Yes. We talk about that pretty heavily in tomorrow's podcast.
Yeah, so we don't want to bury the lead too much. Javonte, Kadarius. We've got some conflict here. Because let's be honest, Jamison Crowder's going to be out of the picture, right? You know, that shoe has not dropped yet, but we're expecting that to drop from a cap perspective. And especially if you could have a player like Kadarius Toney, you have a hard time holding on to Jamison Crowder. That's your guy?
I could be sold on Williams too, but I think Toney's a really good value here.
All right. So let's ask ourselves, this is always the conflict of making these draft decisions. Which player are we more likely to get a comparable value with the next time the Jets come on the clock?
Probably Toney.
Javonte Williams, his best chance is like Trey Sermon.
Yeah, let's go Williams. Let's go Williams.
Yeah, Javonte Williams is the pick at 34.
There you go. So while you're doing that, I know we said one question per mock, but you know what?
That wasn't really a question, the last one.
More surprising, the Ravens not retaining either edge or the Chiefs splurging for Tooney. And by the way, you kind of get this answer on the pod tomorrow.
I was told that it was every Ravens fan in America filled up my mentions and told me that this was not surprising that both Judon and Ngakoue left.
Well, apparently the Ravens fans don't listen to Draft Dudes then, because we've said that for a while, that this would be like a worst case scenario kind of outcome for them. And here we are. So I guess it's Jalen Ferguson and a draft pick or a free agent signing, right?
Yeah.
He's even like Tyus Bowser, who's more like a hybrid guy and
sure
plays inside out. Like even he's up. So
guys are on the clock.
I think it's more surprising the Tooney deal just because of how big it was. All right, so St. Brown.
Do we want to look at other wide receivers? Just
let's look at the whole and tight end is big need.
Miami Brown's got to move up, huh?
Yo, with Justin Fields?
Yes, that's the pick.
Stop the search. Turn in the card.
So Mims and Brown getting vertical in this offense with Justin Fields throwing him the ball. Joe?
Oh, is that? Yeah, I should answer that.
It's for you, man. Yeah.
Taking corner. Well, I think right now that would seem to be the case. Wallace has been a dependable starter for them, but I think he leaves something to be desired, especially when you're going up against teams like the Chiefs and the amount of speed that they can challenge you with. And I think it just comes down to if you tender him, it's like $2.1 million. Maybe they thought they can get him back for less. Probably see the Michael Davis deal, probably see the Ronald Darby deal, and realize that you're not really going to want to pay that much for, Levi, so who might have a bigger market out there. So I think the Bills are definitely shaping up to go cornerback in the first round.
Last pick here for the
would
Jets.
be great. Oh, we get another one?
Yeah.
Is there any good tight ends left?
There you go.
Chris won an interior offensive lineman. He already had the position group loaded up for us.
We're not taking any of those guys.
That's why I changed from the tight end. I looked there while you were talking about the Bills.
Yeah, this ain't happening. What about can we find a right tackle?
You can try.
Brown.
Spencer Brown.
Yeah, let's pick
that's the guy. Spencer Brown's the guy.
We're gonna send it. And listen,
no.
Cleveland. We're done.
These are the perks of TDM Premium. Your phone rings nonstop with trade offers.
Okay,
all you're trying to do is to run through a 3-round mock. Yes, it's a Giants player.
Gentlemen, this is how you draw it up. That's Danny Dimes, Daniel Jones. Get this guy some help. Get this guy some help.
What are they picking? 12?
I think so. Yeah.
Will Trey Lance be there?
That's not helping.
Oh God,
that's not helping, Kyle. That's not how you help.
Okay. So 3-round mock for the Giants. This will be interesting.
Kyle the commish. I see what you're typing in there. We'll throw some stuff up here once we get the draft started here. Do you pick 11, by the way? And if you pick outside the top 10, I feel like I need to ask you this. Do you want to try to trade up? Because we had big hoopla with Kyle Pitts last week.
Yeah, because issues. It played out how we thought it would, and we didn't get a chance to go that route. No, I don't think that's necessary with the Giants here.
Okay, so I can just hit start.
Joe, are you good with that?
Yeah, let's
done. Send it.
Yeah,
send it. Keep the line moving here.
See, true gentlemen.
We have too many things to fill here. So interior off. I mean, we can go interior offensive line. We can go.
Oh, we get Waddle. The Bama receivers.
Waddle.
That's the pick.
Turn it in.
How are they both on the board? We're at 11.
We're in.
Chris, can you pause it real quick? I know we're trying to keep this thing moving.
Sure, you can do whatever you'd like.
I just want to see who went in the top 10 that we got this outcome. Like, who's the surprise pick here that went?
Rashawn Slater.
Slater at 5.
Fields getting all the way to 9. Yeah, this was just kind of weird.
Yeah, Fields falling a little bit helped.
Mm-hmm. Okay, cool.
Okay, so while that's going on, well, would you rather here on a Monday? It's fine with me.
Lindsley. Everybody knew I was going to say that. There was no suspense. Maybe Kyle can add some suspense here with his answer.
I think the answer is Corey Lindsley as well.
Probably. It probably is. All-Pro center this past year. I guess my concern is I don't want to call him a late bloomer, right? But he was an All-Pro this past year. He's 29 years old with the MVP of the NFL running his offense. How confident are we that he, outside the infrastructure of the Green Bay offense, is going to be able to replicate? And I'm excited to see him go to Los Angeles and play with Justin Herbert and be the anchor for a bad offensive line. But let's be honest, it's a really bad offensive line in Los Angeles. It's going to look completely different. They're going to have probably a ton of youth with multiple rookies starting on it. So that's a lot of pressure for you to be the gel that holds all that together. Whereas Aaron Jones, I think that's a little bit more of an easily translatable and transplantable skill set. So that would be the only thing I would say in the favor of Aaron Jones.
I think that's a fair point. I do think you can look at his time in Green Bay and whether that was Elgton Jenkins being acclimated into the lineup or a lot of different injuries that they've had on the interior that's kind of forced guys to move around, that he's kind of ready for it. Now, I mean, I don't know what's going to happen at tackle for the Chargers. Brian Balaga's there. I think one of the former coaches, somebody that was like an assistant O-line coach in Green Bay, is now in Los Angeles. So I know that he knows Lindsley.
Nice little pipeline.
Yeah, it's part of the reason Balaga's there. Well, I mean, that was with the last coaching staff. I don't know if this guy's back. You know what I mean? Like, Lynn's staff is gone, but I feel pretty good about it.
You guys going to make a pick or?
Oh, yeah. Wyatt Davis, maybe? Maybe you want to look at your offensive line, Kyle?
Yes.
There you go.
I could be convinced on any of those first three.
Who do we think goes first? Because that should be the pick. First of all, Wyatt Davis and Will Hernandez would be the most fun tag team duo in the history of the NFL, and they'd be guards on the same team in this scenario.
Just on that alone, I think you kind of have to do that.
I'm here for it.
Okay, let's do it. It's a Gettleman pick. It's very much a Gettleman pick.
This one from Daniel. With the Raiders signing Ngakoue, does this solidify them taking an offensive tackle at 17?
Probably not. We still got to fix the linebacker room. So if Micah Parsons is there, I think you think really hard about it.
Micah Parsons, LB3, according to some people on Twitter.
No.
Sorry, I had to get that out. A little bit of a troll job.
I know you're feeling some kind of way because somebody didn't read the tweet properly.
I put out a good tweet and it didn't get read properly. It was a little.
Do you want to see what the tight ends are?
Yes, I think that's necessary here.
There you go.
I was hoping Brevin somehow was still around. He's not.
Can you go to the total pick queue, Chris, so we could see how close we were to that dream materializing? I bet we were real close. Tremble, I would have taken Tremble too, and Tremble went off at 70.
I got to keep scrolling here.
Okay, so Brevin came off hot. Kellen Mond! Oh, my goodness.
Brevin Jordan.
Oh, 33. Yeah, we couldn't have gotten him at our last pick.
We misread this greatly, but the quarterback market in this version of the mock is out of control.
Seems to kind of be your brand here, is not reading the room very well for these. I'm sorry. What's that face for?
It was unnecessary.
Yeah, well, you know.
Do we want to look left tackle at all, Joe?
There you go.
You don't like Matt Burt and Andrew Thomas, Kyle? Nate Solder might be back. I heard that was, he's still around.
Okay, so running back. I mean, if we're gonna help Daniel Jones, we gotta.
Ooh, what about Michael Carter?
He's available.
Kind of taking the receiving
a little bit away from.
Would you rather? And this is a genuine question because we just cross-checked Kenneth Gainwell today.
Oh, you got a new player there, Shuby. Corey Davis.
They got him?
To the Jets?
No, they didn't get him.
37 and a half. 3 years, 37 and a half. Corey Davis.
That's a perfect number.
York.
$27 million guaranteed.
That's a perfect number. That's the guy I wanted.
Breaking news.
That's a winner.
This looks like a steal compared to what the Patriots were giving Aguilar and Bourne.
That's a win, guys. I'm over the moon. Woo! Great job.
Good deal.
That's a very good deal.
Good for Corey.
And it's a player that I like and I wanted them to get, so that's a double win for me.
Isn't that the best feeling in the world?
It's a really good feeling.
When they sign somebody like you're like pro, like this is the guy who can help us. You better hope he succeeds, though.
Yeah, he's going to have Zach Wilson throwing the ball, so he's going to succeed to the highest level.
So anyway, this Giants pick.
Yeah, this pick number 76.
I feel like Joe listened to none of my lead into asking about Kenneth Gainwell being a more versatile player. He's almost like Demetric Felton as far as versatility in the Memphis offense. And
it's a good play. It's a good way to put it. He looks like a slot receiver. He's like 5'11", like 195 or something.
And he lined up at receiver a reasonable amount.
Yeah.
So I'd almost like that version of a player better, so he can be on the field at the same time as Saquon Barkley. Versus Carter, who's like, you're going to have to take Barkley off the field to put him in.
I'm sold.
Sam, what did I ever do to you?
Oh,
man?
Sam, let's go. Chris, the pick is in.
Who's the pick?
Kenneth Gainwell, running back / slot receiver, New York Giants.
Okay, so this
we just need to see if they have a comp pick. I don't think they do.
We'll just we'll just let it roll here. It doesn't. So you're getting trade offers. See, that's why you stick around.
We're out.
You don't get a comp pick. Okay, so here we go. From the bottom here. Okay. That's a Baltimore Raven. Wow, Devin Duvernay is the player.
Okay.
A lot of offensive players.
No, Duvernay, Joe, is there any way we can spin this and put special teams involved as well? I just want to have as big of a palette as we possibly can.
Are we going to do a 5th, 6th, and 7th round mock instead
of
first 3?
Wow.
You're dumb. Okay, forget I said anything. Let's go.
Do you want to try to trade up for something?
No.
Okay.
No, I don't.
So Dolphins craze. I'll throw this up here. I would rather Trey Lance at 2.
Trey Lance at 2, 1,000,000%.
Yeah, I would rather.
Lance at 2.
1,000,000%. Would you rather have?
You draft a punter with this?
Scientists don't even know, really. I don't think we're interested in trading down, are we, Joe? Well, Chris decided for us, so that's
wait a minute. We have to be in unison on this. Joe earlier said, let's fly through this, decline all the trades. Now I decline all the trades. You're like, well, wait a minute. Maybe we wanted to make a trade.
Rashad Bateman's the pick here at 27.
Bateman.
If we didn't have to pick offensive players, Trevon Moehrig would have been my pick here at 21 or 27. 21st on the predictable board. Still somehow on the board.
By the way, not to make this all about me, but I love that I have a brand of Corey Davis because people in the TDN Slack, like our Slack, are pinging me about Corey Davis going to the Jets. So my brand is infinite today. You're on the clock with 58.
Do we want to look at tackle with the potential of Orlando Brown going? I'm interested at center. We need a guy that can snap.
I was going to say Dickerson is like a home run for their style.
Oh, is he on the board?
He is on the board.
Oh, turn it
Landon
in.
Dickerson's the pick.
Done. That's the most
imagine this for
pick ever.
This is exactly how it would go for Baltimore too, where we're going to sit there on Draft Network and be like, how the F did these players keep falling into Baltimore's lap? Because we did it all day too last year.
Dickerson in a gap power run scheme. Oh, that's a great pickup.
Yeah.
Do you guys have another pick? No, you're done.
Yeah,
no, you do. 104. Sorry, my apologies.
Imagine.
My apologies.
Ready for Tommy Tremble. Show us the tight ends.
There you go. There are the tight ends.
Hunter Long here is still not.
Yeah, that's fine at 104.
That's the pick?
Yeah, that's the pick.
So.
Yeah, done.
All right, gentlemen.
Phenomenal.
Help Derrick Henry.
Okay.
Help Derrick Henry.
Can we get him some defensive players because they're losing everybody on that side?
That's not. I don't know if that's how it works.
Listen, no, Joe, I'm going to make the case right now to pick defensive players for Tennessee. If the defense is better, they can run the ball more, in which Derrick Henry gets more touches.
Yeah, I don't like this. I
think have to have something besides A.J. Brown in the passing game.
And by the way,
I'm not saying that pick
Jonnu Smith ain't walking through that door. Corey Davis ain't walking through that door. Both those guys, see you later.
Adam Humphries, Kaylee Freeman.
Not walking through that door.
I'm not saying exclusively to pick defensive players. I'm just saying a little bit more like
with your third round pick, I'll allow it.
Done. That's all I'm asking for. Great. Let's do it.
I'm starting the mock draft.
Better have a right tackle and 2 receivers before we start doing that.
No, Charles. Listen, Charles. This is Kyle trying to find a workaround so he doesn't have to follow the rules that we have agreed upon.
Kyle's burner, Charles Halsey.
I'm sitting right here.
As you punch the microphone with the mighty swell. All right, you're on the.
Can we talk about how Parsons is still on the board?
We can, but you only have a defensive waiver for the third round.
Great. Let's pass on all the best players.
You know what? You know what? I'm going to pass a new rule if we can get a 2/3 vote on this. For one of the picks of the 3-round mock, you can do whatever you want. One of the picks, only one of them.
Can't we always do whatever we want?
No, I don't know. I'm the one pushing the buttons. So,
jeez.
Well, can we see what some of the offensive players are? There's none.
I wanted Tevin Jenkins, and I'm pissed.
Well, you
sorry.
hate to see it. I bet we can get Jalen Mayfield, though.
Oh, okay.
Actually, I don't know if we can. I think he is.
You can get Jalen Mayfield.
Send it.
Yeah. Let's take Jalen Mayfield here.
We're sending it.
No, he's mobile enough to kind of flow with his own stuff. Athletic enough to play in space as a pass protector for a play action passing offense that's going to hold the ball a little longer. I like it.
Listen, we're not taking any offers right now, okay? Just disconnect the phones.
Yeah, take the phone off the hook, draw the shades.
We're making picks. It's
light
pick
a candle.
Season.
We're making
tight ends?
Pick, damn
you want tight ends?
Receiver. We need some receivers, man. Oh. The hell's Tutu Atwell doing staring at me in the face right now?
Listen, he plays in that neck of the woods too.
St. Brown would work well with that offense.
Is he too redundant with what they have?
They only have A.J. Brown.
Well, is he too redundant with A.J. Brown?
No, I don't think so. Unless you want to go De'Ami Brown, we'll just do play action and throw it downfield to him.
No, we're not going to.
I know that you're against Rondale Moore at every point in the draft because he's hurt.
I wouldn't be opposed to it right here. I also wouldn't be opposed to Nico Collins. Nico Collins is a Corey Davis-esque type player, can play a very similar style of football.
Wouldn't you say that's redundant?
Wow.
No, because it's replacing a player you've lost and you don't have a replacement for.
You like Collins over St. Brown?
St. Brown's more inside-outside versatile. So for a team that will probably have more interchangeability, I could see why you'd make the case, and I'm not going to fight you on it.
They don't have anything like Rondale Moore.
What does the tight ends room look like first?
We know that if we don't take one right here, we're not getting one. You know, right?
Brevin Jordan's on the board.
It's true.
Oh, that's Jonnu Smith replacement. Boom.
Send it.
Turn it in.
Send it. The card has been sent.
Now, this is going to work out great for Joe because he's going to end up getting an offensive player. He's going to get a wide receiver here in the third round, and we're not going to take a defensive player.
I mean, it didn't have to be like a me versus you thing here.
It was, though.
Oh.
It was,
well, do you agree with me that would be the most helpful for Derrick Henry would be to get a wide receiver here when they only have A.J. Brown on the roster?
Somebody in the comments agrees with me that defense is this would be a completely unacceptable.
Curtis Samuel, a Jacksonville Jaguar, 4 years, $48.5 million.
What?
Just people getting money everywhere. I haven't seen the Schefter tweet or the Rappaport tweet, so I'll confirm once I see it.
Okay.
Right in the
Jets. I haven't seen either one either. So Urban's literally just going out and signing every former Buckeye in the NFL. Carlos Hyde, Curtis Samuel. The run is on, huh? Who else is on the free agent market that played at Ohio State?
Corey Linsley was on the free agent market, but they don't need a center.
Yeah, they don't need a center. Where did you see this?
Why you don't? That's why. Listen, chat. That's why you don't get trusted. You know, if this is wrong, this is why you don't get trusted. It's on you guys.
Oh, here we go. Senior reporter Jonathan Jones from CBS Sports. The Dolphins will soon make a free agent wide receiver a very rich man.
Galladay
or Juju.
Who are you hoping for? Who are you hoping for?
Neither one. I wanted Curtis Samuel.
Would you take the deal? Let's assume that the deal that I just said was true. Would you rather them give that to Curtis Samuel than?
So was that fake?
I don't know.
Look,
I might have gotten
confirmed in the Slack. I'm not in Slack. I can't confirm this.
Jay Noobs. I don't know who this guy is. Jay Noobs.
No. Don't do this to my guy Joe. Joe, this is not Joe.
So this is fake.
I think I got.
Yeah,
you got to sit out then. Go ahead and mute yourself for this pick. I'm going to make.
You know what, Joe?
Chris, give me the full board.
You're out, Joe. You're out for this one, my guy. You can return in a minute. You'll return for the next draft.
Chris,
okay?
Let me see the whole board, please.
Sure. You'd like to see the whole board?
Like to see the whole board. I want to see the best players available.
There you go. There you go.
Man, we fudged up because Tommy Tremble's here on the board at 85.
Yeah, well, that's another Joe special right there.
Can you scroll down a little bit for me?
Sure. There you go. Remember, you have the one freebie. I said the third round you can pick a defensive player.
Right. I can go any direction I'd like.
Yeah.
And then just go to wide receivers real quick. I know who's going to be if it's not a wide receiver.
Oh, that's fine. Please take. You know what? You take your time. Okay.
Yeah, I can't pick any of these guys here in the third round. So we're going to go Quincy Roche.
Okay.
Pass rusher for the University of Miami Hurricanes.
We'll
and
take
he
him.
is going to play opposite.
Look at this. You get to make another pick. Joe's out for the remainder of this draft, so you get one more pick to make.
I hate to see it.
Joe.
Is he leaving comments? Oh, yes, he is.
Oh, goodness gracious. Okay, so you're on the clock. Pick 100. It does. Your defensive stuff doesn't apply to this pick as well. You have to go back to it.
Let's go Deontay Brown.
You want to go Deontay Brown?
Yeah, we're going to go with a mauler up front. I know they have some really attractive options. Nate Davis there. Defense. The defense is better, and that's going to help.
Welcome back, Joe. Welcome back. Welcome back. All right, you guys ready for the next player?
Yeah.
This is big. This is big. A guy that we didn't help last week. I got trolled in the comments for this because we didn't help this guy. Khalil Mack. We're going to help Khalil Mack. We're going to do a defensive draft.
Phenomenal.
So the Bears. Joe, you got any more signings you want to break on the show here tonight? Or
Tyler Medikevich signed a 1-year extension with the Bills.
Congrats.
What does that do?
Probably move some of his cap hit to next year because he was owed like a little over $3 million. Guys, I'm not an idiot.
Well, no, this is a good point. Why are you yelling, Joe? Like, why was it in all caps?
Because I felt like because I couldn't be on the pod.
Triggered.
Yeah, I had to do something.
All right, let's start this one here.
Man, we're going to do an all-defensive draft for Chicago.
You have to help.
Getting Eddie Goldman back.
You have to help Khalil Mack.
If you score points, Khalil Mack will have more pass rush reps.
Didn't they trade or get rid of Buster Screen? So we probably need a slot.
Well, you're on the clock. Kyle Pitts is available.
What? How? How did this happen?
Najee Harris went 16.
You hear that, Vontel?
Excuse me?
Perfect.
Mac Jones top 10.
That's a very John Elway. I know John Elway is no longer steering the ship there in Denver, but that's a very John Elway-esque pick at quarterback. So, Joe, I don't know about you, but damn, this is like dream come true for a team picking at 20 if you were needing offensive players between Pitts, Tevin Jenkins, Rashad Bateman, ETN, and we're going to sit here and pick probably either Azeez Ojulari or Owusu Koromoa.
That's the name of the game. That's what we're doing.
Courtesy of our friends at Panini with our Illusions pack. Is that correct, Chris? This is an Illusions pack.
This is the Illusions pack. Yes, I will show you the front of the pack here.
Strictly a roulette style. We don't know who the cards are until we pull them out and do them on.
Yeah, and we're discussing some of the crazy signings that are happening while we're on the air. So it's a little fun experiment tonight. Did you make a pick, guys, or no?
I say J-OK.
I agree. I think you can do more with the Owusu Koromoa, move him around. He could play on the B level. He could play stacked. He could play will. He could play out in the slot and man-to-man coverage. Coverage versus pass rush. I know that's quite the debate these days, but he can help you in coverage in base defense, and that's huge.
Somebody told me that I lost all of my credibility because I mocked a wide receiver to the Bears in the first round and not an offensive tackle.
Well, I hate to tell you, but you still got to figure out a long-term resolution for Allen Robinson. And I understand you got Darnell Mooney as a fun little player. Anthony Miller hasn't materialized the way we hoped he would.
According to Ty Dunn on the Go Long podcast that I listened to.
Ty's good. No, Ty's good.
I'm just saying, but Joe's playing with fire here, man.
He is. He's already got egg on his face, and if I get to make more picks solo, I don't mind it.
According to Ty Dunn on the Go Long podcast that I listened today, he received a text message from Allen Robinson that said he's going to demand a trade and he's not going to play for Chicago next year.
There you go.
Yeah, but Joe, you kind of phrase that in a way that allows you that I can't punish you during this show if it's wrong,
I'm not going to be punished for something that somebody else said. That's just not going to happen.
That is kind of what happened earlier, but that's fair. All right, pick number 52, gentlemen. The Khalil Mack pick.
Yeah, but the problem is I believed it. I deserved it. I wasn't fighting you on it.
Defensive options here. Notice how when you look at their team needs, Q, they don't need anything on defense.
I think we need a slot corner, Kyle. Let's get a slot corner.
Okay, let's check the corner room.
Elijah
Molden's
Molden.
send it.
Done.
Molden's on the clock. That's terrific.
See, guys, you guys get so upset about the position that I put you in, and then there's just players here that you guys love. What are you guys worried about? Just relax.
Chris, have you seen this from Pat Leonard?
I haven't. What is this?
Seahawks coach Pete Carroll has a high opinion of Sam Darnold and could end up trading for the Jets quarterback if Seattle deals Russell Wilson, a league source told the NYDS Sports today.
Make it easy. Just put him in the same trade, Just
keep an eye on Seattle for Sam Darnold.
Okay, there you go. We have all their picks, so I don't know what they're going to offer us, but maybe we'll take their second round pick or something like that. You guys are on the clock with pick number 83,
which would be above 50, by the way.
And that would be a win for Kyle. Yeah.
Yep.
Be good.
So, Joe, what do you want to look at here? Do you want to look at interior defensive line?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. A little more.
Although, what about the potential of moving on from Robert Quinn?
I like the potential of that. Let's look at edge rushers.
Yeah, because I don't really like what we see here in the edge group.
Ooh, Roche.
I just picked Roche.
Yeah, but I wasn't part of that, so it doesn't count.
But I still like Jordan Smith as a potential add opposite Khalil Mack.
We have not talked about Jordan Smith, sir.
So this toolsy football player.
Oh.
Toolsy guy. I would vote for Jordan Smith, and I would especially vote for Jordan Smith because Roche is a player who's already been picked in a mock, and he's a little undersized.
Send it.
Okay.
Is that it? Do we have any comp picks?
Do we have any listener or viewer comments or hot takes or questions or anything along those lines?
Do we want to do one more? We
want to do one more, yes.
So I'll put people's questions up there as they happen, but this is how many cards I have left in this pack. So we're going to play a little game of roulette here. I'm going to put up a player, and you can either say we want to make the draft for that player and not know what's behind the rest of the doors, or you can move on from that player knowing the risk that could, maybe you get a worse player later on.
And you can't come back to a card.
You can't come back to a card. Once you make a decision on it, it's gone. Okay.
This is fun.
Okay.
Joe, so what is that?
What is that?
It's my paper football goalpost.
That's not a paper football, though. That's kind of the problem that I have there.
That's not a paper football.
It doesn't look like a paper football. When you were holding it far away, it looked like it was like a.
Let's go.
No, hold on. This wins the day. Wins the day. Wins.
What the hell is that? What is that picture profile? What is that? Kind of rooster?
No, yeah, I don't know what that's from.
Who's that guy?
The Titans are making a strong push for Bud Dupree, by the way. That's from Mike Garafolo of the NFL Network. So, all right, you ready? We're going to do one more of this, all right? That is Jalen Hurts.
I say we take it.
No.
What?
We have to live dangerously.
Okay, so Jalen Hurts, I guess, is out. Ready?
Yeah, I can't wait for this to be.
How many cards we got? A bunch of cards left. We're fine.
No, this is we turned it down to accept this player.
No. You can keep doing. You can keep going.
We can keep going until we find one that we like.
Keyshawn Vaughn.
Move back a little bit. No, we're not doing Keyshawn Vaughn. Get out of here.
Get out of here.
Tyler Johnson.
Get out of here.
No, get out of here.
Okay, guys, I'm sorry. I didn't make the rules. Aaron Rodgers.
Didn't we do a Packers one last week?
I believe we did, yes.
No, I'm out.
Wow.
Oh, it's Devontae Adams. Yeah.
How many do we have left?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
we're good.
6, 7, 8.
Let's send. Full send. Let's go.
Saquon Barkley. Shining star.
We just did
we just did Daniel Jones.
This card might be worth something.
See-through card? Yeah, you want to keep that.
Keep that to the side. Odell Beckham Jr.
Cleveland.
They already have a perfect offensive line. They already have all the running backs.
Yeah, it'd be boring. We're out.
They have all the tight ends they need. They just need to get some receivers.
Okay.
What?
Cam Akers?
Cam Akers. Well, the Rams don't have
any picks.
They also don't have any money. They don't have any free agency money after they paid Leonard Floyd.
So no, we're out.
Okay. You have
players.
Adam Thielen.
More than a Thielen. I kind of digging this one, Joe.
Sure. Let's do it.
This is the one you want to do?
Let's do Thielen.
Okay, before we do Thielen, I'm going to show you which players you didn't go with.
Okay.
Zach Moss of the Buffalo Bills.
Oh,
okay.
I need to see it.
TJ Watt of the Pittsburgh Steelers.
That would have been fun.
Yeah, we didn't make it.
Pittsburgh legend James Morgan, quarterback of the New York Jets. Quarterback for the Baltimore Ravens, Lamar Jackson.
We messed up.
Quarterback for the Denver Broncos, Drew Lock.
We really messed up.
And wide receiver for the Las Vegas Raiders, Henry Ruggs. So instead, you're going to help Adam Thielen.
We're doing Adam Thielen.
Henry Anderson's a Patriot.
Is he really? What do you get?
What is happening?
What do you get? Another $8 million per
year? 2 year deal. 2 year deal.
2 years.
For what?
I'm sure.
I don't know the number yet. I'm just telling you what the tweet says.
I was hoping he'd be out of the division because he's a dirty player.
All right. You guys ready here? You're helping Adam Thielen.
And he needs an offensive line. He needs a left tackle.
We're going to pick a new man on
the Minnesota Vikings.
There we go. Thanks, Chris.
No problem.
Darrisaw is open and shut case. The pick. Chris, give me a fan take. Somebody has to have a take in the comments.
Ask Sam.
Yeah, Sam's our capologist.
That's true. Sam is the cap guy on the show. So
he'll have a plan for you in the next 12 hours.
There you go, Kyle. This one's for you. Juju, Samuel, or Galladay?
Samuel, because I anticipate the price point will be the lowest. I think he is the best version of a player that Miami needs, which is a guy who can make plays with the ball in his hands. So those two things combined, I would most be appealed to have Curtis Samuel.
All right. So we're back.
Yannick Ngakoue, perfect fit in Vegas. Something for you guys to discuss while you're making this pick.
Is this pick Amari Rodgers?
I don't hate it.
I mean, if you're going to roll with Kirk, you might as well really flesh this thing out. We could see what else they have.
I think he would work well for that offense.
Right.
Yeah, let's send it.
Send it, Amari Rodgers. And then you have the Yannick Ngakoue take to discuss.
Yeah, I mean, that was 78 overall, so I think it's a good pick. We got 90 here.
So what else do we have on offense, Chris? Scroll down for us a little bit. Oh, we hit a brick wall, huh? Cool.
So let's help the defensive line here.
Well, hold on. I think Aaron Banks would be a reasonable fit.
Yeah, I'm not familiar with Banks, so I'll defer to you there.
Banks I thought he was the most athletic guy on that offensive line this past year from Notre Dame.
He was at Senior Bowl, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I liked him at Senior Bowl, but that's all I've seen so far.
Is Zimmer gone if the Vikings don't make the playoffs? Probably. I mean, I guess it depends on if you pull a 2020 Dolphins and win 10 games and miss the playoffs, like you're probably fine. But if you're 6-10, probably not. I think he is on a hot seat. Chris, I want to go with Aaron Banks here.
You want to go with Aaron Banks,
the interior offensive lineman from Notre Dame.
And there you go. You're going with Aaron Banks, and I believe that's going to do it. That's going to do it for this.
Look at that.
Just to recap, just for everybody who's been following this at home, last week we had our I will show you the best card that we pulled from that pack, John Hightower. And our best pull from tonight's pack, the Shining Star Saquon Barkley card.
Why was the Hightower one the best one?
Because it was the emerald one in the pack.
It
was the special.
Got it.
So we'll keep track of these throughout the process.
So yeah, live stream in the books. Thursday. What are we doing on Thursday?
It's to be determined at this juncture. It could be Would You Rather, could be another concept. There are some things in the back channels that are being worked on, but you'll hear about it soon enough. Joe looked like he was going to say something there, and I was giving him the floor, and he's
giving the Gruden nod. And I'm reading this comment from Kyle the Commish from Lock and Four that there's a strong sense Carl Lawson remains in Cincinnati. We'll see. I think they still got to pony up the money and get that deal done. We are done, however. There is no more ponying up for us. We went 45. Y'all always tell us to go a little bit longer.
There you
right?
go.
Well, here you go. You got 45 minutes of a live stream today, so we hope you guys enjoyed. Kyle Krabs, Joe Marino, Chris Schubert, the Panini 3-round team-specific mock drafts on this Monday live stream. We are doing this from now through the draft. We want you to be engaged. We want you guys to submit your questions, and we want to make sure that you feel involved. So make sure you come back next week and come back on Thursday for a fun concept that is, as Chris said, yet to be determined.